Hello. Thought I'd give you a quick knitting update. So this episode, this up to 10 minutes, is just about knitting. So I finished the Divino. This is an Alistair Post Quinn pattern. It looks a bit like a globe. It looks like a map of the world at the moment, doesn't it? The pattern, oh, it's a bit more clear there, but it doesn't really come out much to me. But it's fine. It's double knitting. So there's two pieces of fabric in it. It's nice. Again, it's a process rather than a product knit for me. But it got me to where I was confident with my gauge on double knitting. And so I was able to start the Bipolar, which I did with Erica Knight's Blue 100 yarn, 100% blue faced Leicester. And here it is. It's looking great so far, but I wonder if any of you can spot just a small challenge and a schoolgirl error. Yes, it's twisted. Unbelievable. So today I'm going to frog it and start again, which is really irritating because my ball winder and I do not get on very well, and they're beautiful. Look at them, they're beautiful. It's the first decent centre pull balls I've been able to wind this month, and I'm going to have to wreck them by frogging and wrapping this around the outside. I could always rewind them, but that gets all twisty when that's a mess. Okay, so that's going to have to be frogged, but the double knitting thing is brilliant. I'm enjoying it so much, and I'm doing it with one of the yarns is with my left hand, so continental style, and one was my right, British style. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to try out continental knitting again. I keep trying every year, but I'm going to try a whole pattern with it. I have chosen a pattern. I'm not sure if I have time to talk to you about that today. But that will be, I was going to do socks with it, but my gauge was way too loose for socks. So, okay, that's the double knitting. This came back from the Blocking Queen. Oh, that's the wrong side. Oh, it looks amazing, doesn't it? And it's a lovely big size. So this is the Van Gogh shawl, all in hand spun, and this is actually dyed by me as well. It's all Corriedale. So, even better than getting it back is finding a new home for it. It's going to New England, where my friend Kathy has a grey and orange coat. So that's perfect. So what else did I do? Oh yes, the Golden Willow by Leslie Ann Robinson. Did a bit more on that. So we were on the 3 colour. There's a little, yeah. So I've done 2 of the 3 repeats of the 3 colour now. And yeah, it's nice. It is nice. It's, yeah. So that's going well, just plodding away at that. And socks. So, where was I at when I last spoke to you? I had started the slip stitch, so I'm looking at my notes. I had started the slip stitch socks, so I'll just show you where I'm at with them. Really, really happy with them. I was wittering about that, wasn't I? The fact that I'd started the slips on the bottom and I've stopped now. So there it is. It's just lovely. The combination of a fab pattern and a gorgeous yarn. Claire Nettleship yarns, and Gemma B makes own pattern, just a slip stitch. It's just lovely. It's really, really lovely. Very happy with those. And then I started another pair of socks. Now this is where I had a bit of a fight with my ball winder. I spent £150 on a ball winder for my 50th birthday last year, and I still end up with this. Have a look at these. So that's the kind of mess I still get into. It's very depressing. Anyway, so I started Opus 3200, which is Linda has designed it, and I am just testing the toe up for her, basically. There's not much to see just yet. This is, oh, it's another Claire Nettleship yarns. This is a one-of-a-kind colourway, which I love that teal, and you can just see the beginnings of some lace here. So that's what they're going to look like. Stingy printing just black and white, but there you go. That's what they look like. So yeah, just at the beginning of that, really enjoying it. slightly different experience to the slip stitch because I've got to count. And actually I cast these on 3 times because the first time I what did I do the first time? Oh, that's right, I was doing the continental knitting, they were way too loose, so I started again, and I was using Knit Pro Zings. The join on them is horrendous, absolutely horrendous. So I switched to some just Knit Pro, what are these, just normal Knit Pro Novas, and managed to knit with the tail for one bit, and then I got all in a tangle, so I took them off and redid them again. So not only 3 cast-ons for 1 pair of socks, twisting a cowl and making it Mobius, it's wall-to-wall mistakes for me this week, but that's okay, I don't mind. So yeah, I do have time to tell you about, so I'm going to, do you remember that Shetland rainbow yarn? I'll show it to you next time, that I spun. And Linda gave me the fibre and I spun. It's 10 different colours in a rainbow, and I applied it with some gold thread, and it's really, really nice. So I'm going to make a scarf for Annie, that's my youngest, because there's no Pride this year because it's lockdown, so it's all cancelled. We're having a Pride party here on the 13th of June, and we're going to have flags and tattoos and face paints and hair chalks and all kinds of things. And I'm making a scarf for Annie, and I'm going to use that rainbow yarn. Now I don't want to make it a normal sort of length, width-wise, I don't know which way around it is, but I don't want to cast on a few stitches and knit 5 feet. I want to cast on 5 feet of stitches and knit a few inches, because I want all parts of the rainbow to be visible at once. So when it's draped at the front, I want you to see the whole rainbow. So I'm going to swatch for it today, but I'm going to make a scarf, and every time I get to the end of the row I'll leave a chunk of yarn just hanging like that, and then I'll knit back, and I'll do the same and try and make them the same, and then I'll just chop the ends so that they're we have tassels in the same colour as the knitting. So yeah, that's the plan. I need to do a little bit of a swatch for that to work out how whether it will work, but that's the plan, and I'm going to do that all in continental knitting, because I'm going to do garter stitch that'll all be knits, and we'll see how that goes. So that's the knitting update. Yeah, so hope you're having a good Monday morning. It's very early Monday morning. No, it's only 9:10. Okay, if you want to know any more about all the any of the patterns or the people I've spoken about, then just comment on the video and I will let you know. Speak to you next week. Bye.